Thanks for staying with us. You're welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Last Saturday, here on the morning show, we spoke with Akin Oshotokun, who was political advisor to former President Olusegun Obasanjo, to discuss the positions taken by the Ayo Adebanjo faction of Afenifere, the pan-Yoruba socio-cultural group, during a recent meeting. In the course of that interaction, Oshotokun said, among other things, that Afenifere transcends the widespread description of being just a socio-cultural organization and will be better captured as a political party in waiting. He spoke of the founding essence of Afenifere, which he accused the current wielders of political power from the southwest geopolitical zone of not upholding, and how the unity and corporate existence of the Nigerian nation can be better preserved through politics of ethnic acceptance rather than exclusion. We're now being joined for some reaction to all of that by Abagun Kole Omololu, a former chairman of Afenifere in the United Kingdom and who is the Factional National Organizing Secretary of the group. Good morning to have you, sir. Good to have you join us on the morning show.
Good morning, Steve. Nice to see you again.
Nice
Good
to see
morning,
you.
darling. Thank you.
I hope you are okay with our description of you.
I'm
because
not okay at all. I'm not okay at all.
Well, we will start on that note about Omololu, because like we read out in the intro, we had Akin Oshotokun here, and it was clear about the position of Afenifere, particularly on two things. One, that there is a new national organizing secretary in the person of Dele Farotimi, and that Afenifere is not a social cultural group that the likes of the late Sage Awolowo and co. did not design it to be like that. That it is indeed a political organization. In fact, it should be a political party in waiting. What are your thoughts? When were you removed as the national organizing secretary, or is there a faction now in Afenifere?
Thank you, Steve. I'm glad to be in your presence. The likes of you, you've been in the media, at the top notch of the media for quite a long time. And the good thing is that you have reported me over and over and over again, while I was the chairman of Afenifere United Kingdom. And for the past 15 years that I have been the organizing secretary of Afenifere worldwide. If we have some kind of disagreement within the family, it happens everywhere. I agree with Akin. I agree with Akin with many of his assertions that Afenifere is not a cultural organization. It's a political movement. It's a political movement. That is why it was designed. Afenifere is a name used in Yoruba land for action group, designed as a political movement. The party was action group, not Afenifere itself. Afenifere is a branding to promote the organization called action group. The unfortunate thing is that when it was 1966, the military came, they disbanded everybody. They disbanded action group, So action group was dead, So, and then again, what's remained is the ideology. And then at that time again, Afenifere has become a heritage for the Yoruba nation. Because whatever they did meet the aspiration of the Yoruba people. The ruling of Baba Awolowo between 1952 and 1959, and then Baba Akintola up till the place that meet the aspiration, what the Yoruba wanted. So at the end of the day, every Yoruba took Afenifere as the conscience of the nation. So whatever we do, they see us as a leader. We didn't say we want to be leader, but that is what it turned out to be. Whatever we did is acceptable to king, to queen, to farmer, to everything, because it's a man-centered philosophy. We preach egalitarian society for the poor, for the rich to have equal access to what is good in the society. So after 1966, our people, our leaders keep on meeting. They didn't call it Afenifere because of the military persecution. Baba was meeting with them as committee committee of friends. But those people who are there are the same Afenifere people, like most of our present leaders as are today. Some of them are dead now. Baba Laniwa Ajayi, Baba from Jebu, Baba Minakure, our present leader, Baba Factional, our leader, Ayo Adebanjo, Salani Ajayi, Senator Okurumu, Olufalayi, all of them. It's like a group, it's like a family who believe in something. Met it committee of friends. And then by the time UPM came into play as a party, these are the people who formed the nucleus of Unit Party of Nigeria. We are, Afenifere is at the background. It's the ideology. It is the movement that propelled the party. It is not a political party. It is a movement. It is an ideology. So we shouldn't mistake Afenifere for a political party. It's not registered by INEC as a political party anyway. So please.
It's not seeking to be registered.
It's not seeking to be registered, but we that are inside, there's nothing stopping us from becoming a member of a political party or forming our own political party. When AD came, it is people, the chairman of Afenifere in every state became more or less, some of them are governors, some of them became the chairman of the party. That's who we are. So the thing is interwoven. But to say that the Afenifere itself is a party, it is not a correct assertion. We are not a party. And I don't think, even if we have a very hostile government, they will be after West registration. They will be throwing us into jail and so on and so forth. So let's get that one clear. And then on the disagreement between this, that a new organizing secretary has been appointed. Yes, why not? They are promoting an interest.
You acknowledge that Delivery to me has been appointed?
Yes. I mean, what am I to say no? He has been appointed by the group who are promoting an interest. Dile's name is in everybody's name now, who will not cash in on that kind of thing. They will cash in on it, so. But again, we are Yoruba. Everything we do, Afenifere belongs to statesmen. We are statesmen. We don't play politics with issues. We say the objective things. Most of us, I am young, I'm not old, but the old men among us, they want to go to Baba Awolowo and be saying, yes, Baba, this is what we have done. This name Omololu, a good conscience, is what we are. So we honor, everything we do is with honor. So by the time we say anything to the public, it must be the truth. We don't want to lie. And we don't want to play politics with our people. Now, after 1966, like I told you, when Baba was meeting as committee of friends, and then at a particular time, maybe 1987, some people say, okay, let us regroup. The Afenifere we are going to do now, after the persecution of Abacha, should be for the interest of the Yoruba nation. But let us, in the marketing, study marketing, there's what we call segmentation. Let us segment Nigeria. The Yoruba aspect, those of us Afenifere, let's look after it. If Arewa is looking after the north, and the Igbo Union Call of Ohanese now, let them look after their interests. But we look at our interests. Baba Awolowo said, be a proper Yoruba man first, before you can claim to be a good Nigerian. So let us see how we will make Yoruba land a Dubai or a Singapore, a Nigeria. Let people come from other, which is what we are known for. We are a developmental people. We think development. Politics is secondary in our life. Education is number one because it's a weapon for development. That is what Papa Awolowo has given us. This is what Afenifere is all about. All this inner politicking is going to go away. I can assure you. Let there be 10 organizing secretary. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to anybody. So, and I seriously believe that the press should help us, to promote the right thinking. And I'm putting it to you, Steve, you are a big boy in the industry. I've known you all my life. You edited one of the biggest newspapers in this country. You edit before you became a commissioner. You are a managing director, so you know all the story. And people like me, you know me, you know. Since I've been in UK and coming back, so I don't lie.
Thanks for the compliment.
Thank you very much.
Which is why you are here, but I'm sure that she told you.
Thank you.
Yes, I'd like to quickly touch on two things, especially because you went back and you kind of like showed up on the history when we talk about the founding principles versus contemporary politics, as it were. Afenifere was founded on principles of federalism, social justice, and good governance. However, in contemporary Nigerian politics, some argue that the ideals are now being overshadowed by these factions and the power struggles, within the system. Do you think that Afenifere, as it stands today, still holds true to its original vision, or has it evolved in response to Nigeria's changing political realities? And then these factional disputes that are threatening the unity of Afenifere, the division between the Ruben Fasoranti and the Ayo Adebanjo factions, raising concerns about the unity of Afenifere. Do you believe that these divisions have weakened the organization's national politics? What, in your view, can be done to see reconciliation going forward?
Thank you, Chief. Now, there's no doubt about it. A lot of people, even as at this morning, people are asking me. I saw a friend of mine taking a jogging around, so talking about very, that he's not happy. That what is going on with us, everybody will not be happy. What happened is that politics crept into us during the 2023 election. We say we are Yoruba. We are supporting the best candidate. Who is a Yoruba person? That's who we are supporting. Some people say no. That is not it. We are supporting somebody from another enclave, justifiably so for them, so. And then we now believe, then after the election, those of us who says we are going to support the best candidate who's from Yoruba land, we won. At the unit level, we defeated everybody. We defeated our brothers and sisters who say, So I believe that should end the quarrel. And then we have made several attempts, and we are still making several attempts to make sure this thing is not snowballing into what we don't like. Nobody likes it at all. You see, Afenifere, as it is, like I told you, started with Obafemi Awolowo in 1951 as the leader. The second leader was Pa Adekunle Ajasin. We have a system. The third leader was Senator Abraham Adesoya. And then the current leader, who is still alive and kicking, is Pa Ruben Fasoranti. All of them were elected. You have to be an elected.
Sorry to cut in, sir. Akin Oshitokun did mention last week that Pa Fasoranti has handed over formally to Pa Ayo Adebanjo. It might be a different argument to say that a 90-something-year-old man is handing over to a 90-something-year-old man, but then he did say, categorically that he has handed over to Pa Ayo Adebanjo, and that every decision taken by the faction, in quotes, of Pa Ayo Adebanjo is the authentic faction. Are you saying that never happened and that Pa Fasoranti...
It happened. Yes, it happened. And you are talking to the originator. I am the generalissimo of everything inside. Whatever that happened. Akim have heard about it, but without being modest, I was the architect of what happened.
Of the power shift.
Of the power shift, yes. Now, yes, Papa, it is not the first time of appointment. It's an appointment, not handing over, for goodness sake, and for honor, and for people who want to say the truth. When Baba Ajasin was sick, he appointed an acting leader. Initially, it was our leader from Iboro, Jonathan Odebi, but I think he was getting a little bit sick. And then he now appointed Senator, our father from Ijebubu, Abraham Adesoya, to act on his behalf. Baba was acting as the leader. Everybody were acting on his behalf. We go to Owo to hold meeting in the leader's house. It was after the demise of Baba that an election took place again, and Baba Adesoya became the leader. When Baba was sick again, when I say I am an insider, I am the one who hold Baba's key in this North London, in the Southwest London home. I was very, very close to Baba Adesoya. I was the one making calls to all the governors on his when he was sick. By the time he was going to appoint an acting leader, I can assure you that myself, Dayo Adeyeye, and the late Jiko Odumakin started the process for Baba to appoint an acting leader. And the thing happened, an acting leader was appointed in the name of Factional. Then again, when Pa Adesoya died, we went to Ijebu. An election took place, and the leader was elected again. The name of the man who was acting became the authentic. This is the way we do our things. You must be elected by the General House.
Adebanjo hasn't been elected yet.
Baba, we are yet to. We are yet to. These are our powerful leaders. Baba Adebanjo, more or less synonymous with Afenifere. You can. You know, so I plead to all my colleagues surrounding Baba to please let us do all this. Baba don't like all this faction. You know, he has been crying that I don't want faction. I don't want faction. Well, he doesn't believe there is a faction. Me, I don't believe there is a faction because we are going to align at the end of the day. We are going to align.
How would that alignment take place if there is a sharp difference in political ideology? And I'll give you, an example. Taken from the reference that you made during the 2023 general elections, that a faction or a group of you supported the Yoruba candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who eventually won.
Yes.
The other party, supported Mr. Peter Obi. You didn't mention his name, but it's obvious that that's where you were driving at. But of course, from what Akin Oshitoku said here, he was the Director General of the Obi Dati campaign in 2023.
Yes.
Pa Adebanjo was categorical about the fact that power should go to the Igbos and that he supported Mr. Peter Obi. Now you have Edele Farotimi, who was vociferous in his support for Labour Party and the obedience movement.
Yes.
Is it not clear that the other faction that is now more in the news are for power going to the Southeast, which is represented by Obi? So at what point will there be a convergence if you are still supporting Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Or are you no longer supporting him?
110% supporting him.
How then would there be convergence?
DC,
particularly towards 2027? Just in case if Obi runs again, either on the platform of Labour or, as Dairu Majid said to us, maybe on the platform of the PDP.
let me tell you. Yes, 2027 is coming. Our catchment area is Yoruba land.
For Afenifere.
For Afenifere. So, the last election, we clear everywhere. So, anybody can talk on the pages of newspaper. I will go to my village in Igbotako. I will go to Oyo, in which they know the Afenifere they belong. You know our ideology, you know our history. This Asiwaju's government, whether we like it or not, we are going to be there for as long as it's there. It's us now.
Is this your position or the position of the Afenifere?
This is the position of Afenifere. We don't have a faction. Ruben Fashion is the leader, for goodness sake. Not until when he dies. When he talks, Olori Ebi system in Yoruba land is the Olori Ebi.
Some other people will say it's Baba Sokwe system.
Kole Baba Sokwe system is helping us.
Baba Sokwe Olori Ebi.
Olori Ebi, yes. It's helping us in Yoruba land because we have leaders who are dignified, who are honorable, who will never lie to you. They don't play politics. They are statesmen.
I showed you that you are supporting today.
Yes.
Came out of that Baba Sokwe system, if you remember, towards the 2003
we
election.
made him governor. We made Ashwaju governor. You see, the other reason why we supported Ashwaju, he knows everything about what Afenifere wants. About restructuring, about looking after the poor people, about devolving powers to the states or region, or state police and so on and so forth, So he knows everything. If he played politics to grab power, yes, he did it perfectly. He's there now. And he's implementing whatever we want. Even though things are very, very hard. It's going to be hard because Nigeria has been reduced to rubble before. But now, we are just laying the foundation. It's a foundation now. A lot of us whose house has collapsed, we are in the shed. That's what happened now. So, but after the finishing of the house, we move from the shed to be in a palace. This is what is happening. Nobody is saying that things are rosy. Things are not going to be rosy because Nigeria has been reduced down by the previous government. So, yes, some people will say yes. They don't. What they want is 2027. But I can assure you 2027. Landslide. Afenifere will win for Ashwaju landslide. I can assure you that. We know what we want. We know what he's doing. Things are very hard, but foundation, we know the foundation. A lot of people at the lower level will not understand what is happening. All what they want is, I want to eat. I want to eat. I want to eat. Yes, we're going to give them food. But let us lay a very good foundation for Nigeria. Things has collapsed. We have been doing things the way it's not supposed to be doing. We are spending money. We don't have. Our foreign exchange is overrated, and so on and so forth. Now, look at the oil production is being increased gradually. People are going to farm and producing food. It's a gradual process, for God's sake. This government is just about two years plus.
Not even up to
2 years. Not up to 2 years. For goodness sake. It's going to take about 8 years for us to say yes. We are out of the woods. It has happened all over the world
just
before.
That people will say that the last 8 years before this government,
yes,
it's of the same party, and that it was Ashwaju that brought General Muhammad Buhari.
Do we have party in Nigeria? Let us agree. Let us say the truth. PDP, APC, it's just the individual that whole party. It's the individual there. The only party we had was Alliance for Democracy and is dead. That is pure principle based on Obafemi Awolowo. And he said, a lot of people have hijacked power, money bags. Those who are not supposed to be a councillor, most of them are even senator now. People like us, I don't have money. People like us who has been fighting, I've been spending my money. Steve, you know all this thing. I spend my personal money right from United Kingdom to today because I love Yoruba Nation. Chief Abiola made me very close to the house of a lot of people of the House of Lords. So when I compare them to my leaders there, the likes of Alelani Wajayi, the likes of Olufalaye, the likes of Factional, the likes of Adebanjo, I say, yes. What is different between the English people and my leaders there? So that is why I'm a thoroughbred Yoruba person.
All right. I mean, we want to thank you, Abagun Kole Omololu. I would have loved to ask you that why, because part of what we were told last week was that, Afenifere is not meant for young people, even though I know that my friend Wali Oluwo, who is still not up to 60, is a member, but then he gave the impression that, it has to be 60 and above, the Babas, the gerontocrats and everything, but,
I've been leader since when I was 30-something. I've been member of the caucus, Afenifere, yes. When I was chairman of United Kingdom, I was a member of the caucus, eh? The last of Udumanke, who just died, he died very, very young. Udumanke has been with us when he was under 30.
That's true.
Shukwoshonibare, they are young. Jimmy Agbaji, young. Benga Daniel, young. All of us, these are my age group. We might be getting old now, but we were in this thing. We were in this thing when we were under 30.
All right. Abagun Omololu, we want to thank you for
so much.
Joining us on the morning show, and of course for providing clarity. That the house of we won't say the house of Oduduwa, we'll say the house of Afenifere.
It's house of Oduduwa.
Okay. All right.
It's representing Oduduwa.
One.
Nick confirmed it.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us.
It's so beautiful being amongst good people like you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my baby. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you coming from the from USA.
From Los Angeles.
From Los Angeles.
And the Grammy Awards.